And to answer that question, the customers that we have, the majority of them are not Harvey County customers. Unfortunately, we would love to have more people coming to us. We've had a couple speak to Vanessa about product development, and we're really excited to get moving with those customers. But we're going to be focusing a lot more of our attention and marketing locally in the coming months, because we're not finding those customers coming to us, or people with those ideas, but we would love to have them. But we definitely are growing rapidly. We doubled our staffing within the last couple of months, which is really exciting. We're just creating more jobs, which is our goal. And we've expanded our space because we have to. We have a lot of people that have been reaching out to us. And a lot of them are startup businesses that need a lot of additional support, and hopefully at some point, as Bill consistently asks me every time we get a new customer, have you talked to them about coming to Hardy County? So we are, and I'm hoping that some of them will.
The neat part about it is that we're getting the manufacturing of their products accomplished here in Hardy County, and that's very gratifying. It should be for each of them, that's correct.
And they're really excited to be a part of, especially as small businesses, they're really excited to be a part of an economic stimulation program, an incubator. So we're hopeful too that these customers will start communicating that within their areas and just bring more attention to Hardy County and what we're trying to do.
Kristen, as you're working with some of these companies, especially these new startup companies, what would their needs be? I mean, you all are fulfilling their filling needs, and then we have some warehouse space that I would assume you're warehousing their filled product, and then are you also filling the shipping orders for their, as they make sales of their product? Are you fulfilling the shipping orders? So, if they were to, let's say, move their company here and establish, what would, just considering the two startup companies that you're working with or dealing with, what kind of things would they need in order to establish their company in Hardy County?
So we have a couple of customers, actually, larger companies as well as smaller companies that we're doing their manufacturing, we're warehousing their finished goods, and we're doing fulfillment. We have two more companies that are interested in doing that as well, more of a third-party logistics, but they would, in order to completely move their companies here, marketing, sales, and fulfillment, probably space. They could utilize our space, obviously, in the incubator for production and fulfillment, but they would need space for offices and to grow their companies on the marketing and sales side.
But it could potentially easily work into manufacturing and fulfillment jobs if they wanted to establish that in Hardy County.
Oh, absolutely. We have one customer actually that's going to grow to a point within the next 6 months. They're going to hand over all of their manufacturing. They've already started to. They want us to start doing the fulfillment side as well, and we do that with some of their larger customers like HSN and Amazon, and now we'll start to do that with some of their smaller customers through Innovation Pack and Ship. So the majority of their business, or at least half of their business, will be here, and they're going to need more space. They're going to need room to grow, and they're definitely going to need probably about 3 more employees within the next 6 months. So we're going to hire them through debut, and then obviously talk to Bill about how we sort of separate that, or we keep that under debut development. We're not quite sure yet. It depends on how quickly they grow and how we can accommodate that.
And so how with the current fill line, I mean, I know in the past we've talked about adding different equipment to the fill line, but with the current fill line, how it is set up at this point, what capacity would you say you are at the fill line, and how, so, is it you're running 70%, 80%? How much room to grow do you have?
We're running daily now with simultaneously with 2, sometimes 3 customers at this, on the same day, depending on what the need is. So we're at about, I would say, 98% capacity right now. The equipment that we have is adequate, but as the customers start to grow, we're going to clearly need to expand that equipment. And, the equipment that we have is designed more for smaller runs, but we can get about 5,000 units to a run at this point with what we already have. And that's about where we're at with most customers. So we do have, we're seeing some growth, specifically with that company that I said wants to move all of their manufacturing to us, and we're gonna need to expand our equipment to accommodate them at some point. And then more than likely, as our companies grow, the other equipment as well.
Thank you, Kristen. Any other questions from any other board members?